Hello YouTube, today I'm gonna make this long promised video about the tools that I carry in this baby right here. I know I had promised to make that video long ago and I never did it. There's actually a story behind it. Believe it or not, after I made that video where I promised to look into the tools inside this baby, my bag got stolen from my van. My van got broke into and they stole my bag. They only broke into the passenger and driver's side. They didn't go through the back of the van, so they only took my little bag. That really hurt. I love that bag. I love the tools that I had inside, so now I had to make me another setup. It's not the exact same tools, but still the tools that you need for any type of job. At least for me, for 80-90% of the jobs that I do on troubleshooting. I've seen videos with similar style of bags, on similar bags, some small like this one, and many of them they even call them the beginner's bag, or you know, if you're starting the HVAC, like they call them beginner's bag. And I don't believe in such thing. I don't think there's a beginner's bag or beginner's tool bag or beginner's tools. It's not like I can go to a store and to the supply house and tell the guys there at the store, hey, can I have a beginner's bag, or can I have a beginner's nut driver, or can I have a beginner's multimeter? And they're just gonna look at me crazy, like, what are you talking about? So I don't like to call it like that. I like to call it the essential bag, or essential tool pouch, or the essential tools that you need for HVAC. You can call it whatever you want. I just don't like to call it beginner's bag, because to me there's not such thing. We all need the same tools. We all need the same nut drivers. We all need the same multimeters, and whatever is inside that bag, we all need the same thing. Even if you've been in the field for a couple of weeks, or if you've only been in the field for 30 years, you need the same tools as everybody else. So if you're starting this job, if you're starting HVAC, don't feel discouraged about anybody trying to make you feel lower. We all started somewhere. All I can tell you is keep going, keep learning. Be with the guys that are willing to help you, those that are willing to invest in you. If there's some toxic techs out there that don't want to show you anything, that they feel like they're the last Coca-Cola in the desert, that's what we said in Spanish. We say la última Coca-Cola del desierto. You know, run away from them. Don't be with them. Go with the good guys. Go with those, like I said, that are willing to help you. I went through the same thing you went, and I had to get away from those toxic techs, and start hanging around with those who were willing to help me and teach me everything about HVAC. So with that, let's start looking into this baby right here. This is my favorite bag. It's actually an old model from Veto Pro Pac. This is called the Veto MB. Probably a lot of you already know that. This is actually one of the cheapest ones, and I love this bag. Not only the price that I like it, that it's cheap, but the size. There's a bigger one, the MB. There's now the MB1, the MB2, the MB3, and I don't know what other ones. They have even a plastic bottom on it. But I love this one overall, and there's a reason why. Have seen the other ones, and I didn't want to give me anything bigger. There's one that is tempting me though. I think it's the newest ones. One of the newest ones they have, which is the Veto TP-LC, something like that. TP-LC. I'm not looking to that one, but this one I love it. It's small, and the reason that I love it small like that, because every time that you get a bigger bag, you are always tempted to put more tools. The bigger the bag is, you end up putting a lot more tools. I don't know if it only happens to me, or if it happens to many others out there, but to me, if I have a bigger bag, I always tend to put more and more tools, and then it becomes heavy, and that's not what I want. I want something light, something that I can carry anywhere I go, and something that I can troubleshoot and do a lot of repairs with it at the same time. With this one, I can replace capacitors, contactors, thermostats, even motors, even small motors. I can do it just with this bag. Sometimes all that I have to add to it is a set of speed wrenches, and that's it. I can do a lot with it. Uh, Sometimes I do carry my drill, my impact drill. But if I have to look into something simple like that, where I don't have that many screws, I don't care about carrying my drill. And the reason I mentioned that is because I have drill bits in here, and some people are gonna say, "Oh, why you want drill bits if you don't even have a drill in your bag?" Well, I do carry my drill when I need it, and I don't like to be worried about if I have my drill bits or not. I know I have them in here, and they're easy to access, so that's why I put them in there. But anyways, let's get started. Like I said, I love this thing. I'm married to this one. This is what I use every day. I can do 80 to 90% of my jobs and troubleshooting just with this bag. Okay, and with that, let's get started. All right, so let's get started. First of all, with the front pocket. This is what we're gonna have. I have a multi-stubby here in the front pocket. This one you're gonna need a lot. Like I said, these are essential tools that you need for HVAC. You know, if you don't have anything yet, you want to build a bag like this one before you even worry about a big one. Build yourself a small one like this one, and then you worry start building a bigger one. So again, this is multi-stubby that I have in here. I got this one for Harbor Freight. I forgot the price for it. It wasn't that expensive, and it's pretty good quality. You know, being from Harbor Freight is actually a really good quality. Harbor Freight has good tools as well. Yes, they do have cheap stuff, but you can find good quality stuff for a good price there at Harbor Freight. So, you know, you don't always have to buy from the supply house if it's too expensive for you. You know, go and do alternatives if you have. You know, a lot of people don't agree with that. You know, they don't know your budget. They don't pay your bills, so don't worry about what others say. Anyways, so this is a metrics that I use. This is a 6, a 8, and a 10. I hardly ever use the 6, but the 8 and the 10 I do use them, especially for carrier when I'm replacing a condenser motor. You know, somehow carrier they use metrics a lot, so that's why I carry that one with me for my drill when I use it. This one I like to have for my drill as well, not just for my drill, but on the side of here on this side I have this one. Let me go through this one. This one that I can put those bits in there when I need it. And trust me, it hasn't been a lot of times, but it has been a few times or a couple of times that I have the need of this one, because the space that I have there, I just cannot do it, not even with the multi-stubby, so I have to use something like this. So this one was from Harbor Freight as well, if I'm not mistaken, and it's good quality. It feels really good. I've been having it for 3 years already. So this one's a long drill bit. This is a 1/4 and a 5/16. You need one of these, get you those. And then I have drill bits over here as well. This is an extension for my drill bits. I have a 1/2-inch drill bit. I have a 7/16 drill bit. I have a 3/8 drill bit in here, and I have a small 5/16 1/4 drill bit as well. These ones you can flip them. Like this one, you just put this one out and flip it to the other side, and you can have the 1/4. Right now it's set to 5/16, just like this one, and that one you can do the same thing. That's all that I carry there, and everything else is just screws. So that's what I carry in my front pocket, is those screws. Take a good look at it so you can probably start building something similar. Now on this side of the bag, let's go to this side, which is easier. I like to carry these 3 long ones, and I only carry these 3 long ones because I have only used this size on the long side, which is a 1/4, 5/16, and a 3/8. If you can get it magnetic, it's better if you can get a magnetic on them, especially when you're replacing contactors like me, that I do it in chillers, and it's hard to reach the screw. And then when you want to put the screw back, and you don't have a magnetic, it's so hard, so complicated. You can go through some trouble if you don't have a magnetic on it. So on the long ones, get you a magnetic. I really don't care too much about the short nut drivers, but the long ones, get you a magnetic if you can. Trust me, you're gonna wish many times you had that magnetic on your long nut drivers, especially like I said on those contactors or relays that it's just hard to reach those screws. Then I like to carry on this side these three Allen wrenches. That is the most common sizes that you will use to replace a either condenser motor or blower motor, to take the keys off of it. Mainly blower motors or pulleys. You're gonna need this, either one of these three. It's the most common ones that you use. I hardly ever have to use any other size. This is a 332, this is a 532, and this one I cannot remember the size, but if I can, I'll put it on the link under this video so you can know. And I also carry another set of Allen wrenches that I'll show you later through this video. And then I like to carry a long flat screwdriver. Trust me, you're gonna need a long flat screwdriver for many jobs, so get you one of those. On this side, I like to carry my crescent wrench. This baby right here, you also gonna need one. Don't have to be the same as this one, but you can get you an 8. An 8 is actually a perfect size to carry in the back like this one. So this is similar to an 8, or it is an 8 probably. So get you channel lock like that one. You're gonna need it for a lot of stuff, especially to hold the chaff, or something like to put some of the big fuses out of it, like 4 amp fuses, 40 amp fuses, I'm sorry. And then I like to carry on this side all these keys, or all of these up and end wrenches. I like to carry this 3/8 speed wrench. It has a ratchet on it. See? And the reason I like to carry this one is because in some of the motors that I replace, we work on this unit that we call them ventilators. Like they're trains, carriers, ventilators. And there's these blower motors that have like 4 bolts on it, and it's easy to do it with this one, especially with the speed wrench, to take those bolts, because you cannot do it blind. When I replace those motors, you don't even see the bolt. All you use is your hands to feel the bolt and put it in place, and then start loosening them or tightening them back. So a 3/8. This one is a 5/16 and a 1/4. And the reason I like to carry this one is because there's some screws that are so tight, and this one, if I can use these ones to kind of break them, and then I can use my nut driver, this has helped many times to break those screws loose. Then I use this one, Veto for some of actuators that I replaced of that brand. And I also use this size that I used to have, the original, with just like this one with the orange handle and the Veto name tag on the front, but it got stolen with my other bag, so I had to find me another one. So this is a 10 and an 8, and I'll use it for those actuators as well when I need to replace them. I have this one. This is for your thermostats. If you want to rewire thermostats, you have a Phillips and you have a flat. Same thing on the other side, but if it's smaller on the other side actually. On this one, it's smaller, and you can like just take it out and then flip it, and you have the Phillips side on it. And those are for the thermostat. I usually carry one on my shirts, front pockets, but I like to have an extra one just in case I lose the other one. Now I have this service valve wrench. It's a 5/16 and a 3/16, 1/4 and a 3/8. So this is for closing and opening the service valves on your condensers units, the lines. So you're gonna need one of these for sure. You're gonna use this one a lot. So get you one of those for sure. And now after that, we'll have the tapes here on these straps over here. As you can see, you can just unhook this one and take the tapes off from the strap if you need them. I have a new one right now, and I have one that I already used. And now we're gonna continue with the front pocket. We're gonna continue with this side. Okay guys, so before we go to the front pocket of the 2 pouch or 2 back, I want to show you this. This is something that I also carry with me. Something that you also want to get is a flashlight. I put this on the side on my belt. This is a boulder. I got it from Amazon. It's pretty bright. It has like 4 or 5 sets, as you can see. That's the high. That's the high, medium, low, kind of flashing, and then flashing with some timing or something like that, and then high again, and then you can just press it and turn it off. It's pretty nice, pretty bright. So like I said, I got this one from Amazon, and when I got it, it was cheap. It was like $16, and you can recharge it. It's actually rechargeable right here where you can charge it. And I already been having it like for over 2 years, so it's been a really good flashlight for that price, especially how bright it is. And then I got me this one like a couple of months ago. This is a CLC. I forgot what number it was, but it's to carry the phone and some tools. So all these tools that you have right here, all these ones, I actually put them in the front of my shirt pocket. These ones that are on the front, like, let me take them off so you know what I'm talking about real quick. That's the one that I was telling you that I carry for the thermostat. I carry a pen and a sharpened connecting and another small flashlight that I got for Harbor Freight. This one is not rechargeable. This is just a small one, and I put this in the front of my shirt pocket, and then this one on my belt. And I have a knife, and I have a thermometer, and then I put my phone in here. It's a really nice little pouch where you can put a phone, and I actually have an iPhone Plus, an iPhone 8 Plus, and I have an extender battery on it, so it's pretty bulky and heavy, my phone, and it still fits on this back. So if you have a big phone, mostly it will fit in here. Even if it's, like I say, mine is an iPhone 8 Plus with the extender battery on it. So it's pretty fat and bulky, and it still fits pretty nice, and this pouch closes completely and nice and neat. So I don't have any issues. So now let's go to the next step, which is going to be the front pocket of that 2 pouch. Okay, well, before we go to the front pocket, let me just make a quick stop right here and explain this one. I was saying this is a thermometer, UEI thermometer that you're gonna need. As you can see, this is my thermometer. It has a magnet on the back, so you can kind of place it on the AC vents. If they're metal vents, you can kind of place it there and read temperature coming out of the vent. Also, this claim kill stick, this is really nice. I can not only check for voltage, but this one turns red and makes a beeping noise whenever there's voltage. If there's low voltage, the beeping noise is like with a little timer, if you want to call it like that. And then when there's high voltage, it kind of beeps more times constantly. And then I have, not only, like I said, I can check voltage, but I have an IR laser temperature reader, so I can read temperature. See, there's the laser right there. I can read the temperature coming out of an AC vent, and it tells me what's the temperature outside or whatever is coming out of the AC vent. So I don't have to carry an IR gun. So I have the IR laser temperature checker here and the kill stick to check for voltage at the same time. With this, let's go now with the back and check that front pocket. Okay, so let's continue with the front now. So what I have in the front, let's see, I have my gloves, And these ones I got them from Harbor Freight actually for $2. And I love this thing, so they use the right size, and that's all I need. I don't need nothing fancy. $2 from Harbor Freight. And what else I carry here? What I carry in this pocket? I carry this magnet, and this magnet has saved a lot of my tools, especially when I'm working on a condenser, on those chillers. And I sometimes a wrench slip out of my hand, and with this one I can reach it. This one extends. It's pretty long, so I can extend it on longer, and I can get my tools back with this one. You see, so if I drop something, I can get it back with a magnet. So get you one of these magnets, and you will also, if you work in chillers and you need to bind some sensors like train, you're gonna need a magnet as well. So get you one of those. Have a crescent wrench. This is an 8th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is an 8th, and this is something that you also want to have in your back. You're gonna need it on a lot of occasions. So go ahead and get you one of those. Let's keep going. Have a wire cutter, tie, zip tie cutter, whatever you want to call it. You know, I like this one because it's easy to access whatever I want to cut. If it's zip ties, if it's a wire, that's why I like to have it. So get you one of those with the cutter. What else? I have let me show you this one. This one is a Husky that I got from Home Depot, and it's pretty good. It feels really good. It feels actually quality. I like that. I've been using it already for like half a year. This one has a wire stripper, needle nose, wire cutter, bolt cutters, and clippers. So, you know, I love it a lot. The only thing that I'm gonna put back in my bag is actually my clipper that has clippers on the front instead of the back over here. Because sometimes it's hard to clip some stuff in tight spots with this clipper over here. So I'm gonna put it back. It's similar like this one, but it's a clipper. Like this one, but it's a clipper. I have it inside. So I'm gonna put it back in my backpack. And I do recommend you, if you get something like this, get you a clipper on the front anyways. You're gonna need it a lot of times. But other than that, having the wire strippers and the needle nose and the cutter is a plus. You know, so I love this thing. If they still sell it, by the time I need another one, I'm gonna give me another one. I love it so much. You can find this one on Home Depot. I think I paid like $14 for it, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, and it feels like good quality. Then I have inspection mirror. It's something that you're gonna need a lot, especially when you're soldering and you want to inspect your job before you start putting a vacuum or put nitrogen to pressure and so you don't lose any pressure. Many times you can inspect your job and actually see if you miss a spot and repair before you do anything else. And then this is the other thing that I was talking about, the other set of Allen wrenches. Each one of these. This one has the, let me see, it's a 564, 332, 764, 1/8, 964, 532, 316, 732, and a 1/4. So get you one of these sets. You're gonna need a lot for many jobs. Actually, to open some of the unit doors that I work with, those ventilators, this one is something that you actually going to need. Okay, let's go back to the back. I think that's all that I have in this front back. I don't have anything else. Now we're gonna go to the main pocket over here. All right, so let's go to the main pocket. Now let's open and see what I have over here. And this is where I keep this boy that I just jammed it like a week ago. This is a Fluke 325, and I love this thing. The size is compact, easy to carry, small, and it can do a lot. To me, I don't need anything else unless I want to be so specific about some readings, but to do the job, that's all I have needed to complete jobs, to make them right. This one I just got it, like I said, like a week ago, and I love it. I love it so much. Just the size, and it can have hearts, amperage, DC, AC, temperature, capacitor, continuity, ohms, volts, DC, AC. You know, so I love this thing. It has a backup light as well. So it's really nice. It's really nice. I love this thing. It has a clamp meter, you know, for the amperage, and I use this magnetic that I put on it. So you know, I like it. I recommend it a lot. It's pricey. I didn't get it for that price though. I only paid like $120 at a punch up. So go shop around in the punch up. Sometimes you can find cheap stuff over there. And that's what I did. I got me down for $120 at a punch up, and look at it. It's basically new. It came with leads and everything. What else I carry? I carry this one that I need to refill, where I carry wire nuts, terminals, some screws, and I want to put another one. I can actually put another one of those in there. I'm gonna try to put another one. And right there, sometimes I carry some other stuff like little wires. I have a temperature leads for the flute to read the temperature, and I can have the alligator things for my leads. Yes, I do, and I have a fuse right there. Here are my alligators for the leads. And this the last thing I have inside, and I got me this today. I got me this today at Home Depot, and this is a Husky. And I was shopping around, even online and everything, for something similar like this one, and I couldn't find me anything better than this Husky one. Why do I say that? I know there's a new Klein that has all the nut drivers on it, but this one not only has all the essential nut driver size, but it has a Phillips flat, and I got it for $15 today actually. And this one has 5/16, and if I put this one out, 1/4, like I said, Phillips. And if I flip it to the other side, I have a flat. Same thing here. If I flip it to the side, I have a flat. I have a 7/16. I have a 1/2 inch. I have a 3/8, and yes, let me see. And yes, I have me a 11/32. And again, a Phillips and a flat on the other side, 11/32. And I think this one is a 9/16, which I really don't care too much about this one. But about all these sizes, especially the nut drivers, 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 11/32, 7/16, and a 1/2 inch, that I have all on this boy right here. That's why I loved it. I was trying to find other brands, and no other brand had the same size, like basically all that I need for my job. So you know what, I'm just gonna give me the Husky one, and I went to Home Depot and got it for $15. And basically what happened is I was able to take all of this out of this bag. I had this today. This is a 1/2 inch, 7/16, 11/32, and then this 11-in-1. I love them though. I love them. I recommend them too. Like if you want to get it like this instead, go ahead and get it. But I want to, like I said, have less tools possible. Like in my bag, if I can have all of those tools in just one, like this one, to me it's better. So I'm gonna try and see how it goes, you know, if it's actually better like this or like that. But I like it. It feels good. It don't feel cheap. I wish this could feel a little better, like the handle, but so far so good. It doesn't feel bad. It feels good quality. It feels heavy, and it's not that big. Like if you compare the 1/2 inch, I mean, it's not that big of a difference. It is a little longer. a little bit wider, but not so much to be. I look at this 716 over here. So you see, it's not that much of a difference. So I like it so much. Like I said, I was able to pull off those tools out of my bag and replace it just with this one. So this is it for now, guys. I hope you like this video. This is my bag, the Veto MB. This cost around $50-$60 online. You can go to veto.com, or you can go to Amazon, or you can find it as well. And this is all that I carry on that bag, and this is the essential tools that you need for everyday troubleshooting and even repairs. Once again, this is HVAC with Mike. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe and support this channel. Thank you so much. I hope you have a nice rest of your day.